Hey guys, it's Brian with Live Life Simple, and today I want to tackle one of those things that's got to be my biggest pet peeve about freeze drying. It's the constant, what's going on with the freeze dryer? What's going on with the freeze dryer? What's going on with the freeze dryer? And when some of your freeze drying cycles are taking 30, 40, even 50 hours, and sometimes even getting you up at 2 o'clock in the morning when they're complete, I figured there's got to be a way that you can keep an eye on this little screen right here and just know what's going on at all times. And I've mentioned before that I think my #1 priority in a new style freeze dryer would be the ability to have a Bluetooth camera or a Bluetooth connection to this screen to show you what was going on. But today I found what I think is the next best thing, and it's less than $50. In the last few years, it seems like Bluetooth technology and camera technology has just increased so much, and things have gotten less expensive, better image quality, and the Reolink E1 Pro is only 45 bucks. So my goal for today is to be able to see this screen at any time, wherever I want, on my cell phone, and I want to have a nice little shelf that the camera can sit on, or you can put it in front of your chamber as well so you can see what's going on inside the chamber. So let's see what the Reolink E1 Pro has to offer. So far so good in my opinion. There's not much here. There's a camera and a power cord, and with any luck this will be true. Alright, so the first thing you need to do is just download the Reolink app, and then you're going to click this little plus button to add a device. Obviously you want to allow it to take pictures and video. Next we're going to plug the camera in, and it comes with a super long power cord, which is really nice because obviously you're not always going to have an outlet nearby, especially for a freeze dryer. For me, I need like a 7-foot cord. So once this is turned on, it's going to give you kind of a "I'm waiting on you" sound. And that just means that it's waiting for your Wi-Fi info. If you don't hear that ding, then we're going to press a long time on this reset button right here. Then you're going to scan this little QR code. Then you're going to add your Wi-Fi connection. Now you're going to scan this QR code with the camera.
Camera is connecting to your router. Please wait. Connection to the router succeeded. Welcome to Reolink.
Then you just have to name your device, you have to set up a password, and now we're up and running. So a couple of pretty cool things. This has a built-in microphone in the back, so you can actually listen to see what's going on with the freeze dryer. You can also take pictures, you can take video, you can change the resolution of the camera up to 4 megapixels, and then you can also flip the screen so you get a full shot. And then you can see the name of your system there. Mine is Live Life Simple. You can also talk on here. And your voice will come out of the speaker on the back. I'm not sure if that would come in useful for freeze drying. So there we go, there's our first attempt, and I can see the screen. It has a date log on here, it has a time log. You can also pan back and forth. You can pan up and down, and then you can also set a preset point, so if you wanted to scan from the screen to the chamber and then back and forth, it would go to that position every time. Alright, well this is great and all, except for this is not the ideal setup right now. So really the ideal distance is about right here. The nice thing about this camera is you can actually mount it upside down too, so I think the best way to do this is probably put something up here that this can attach to, because it does come with this mounting plate and hardware that goes on the bottom of here. You do have to flip this around in the display settings because it is upside down, so you could just go to this flip right here. If you see, if you take it off, it'll flip it upside down, turn it on, right side up, and there's all kinds of different settings that you can change in here. My time is not super clear, so I think I'm going to play with that a little bit. Some of that partially is because my internet is pretty slow here and your streaming quality is going to be based off of your Wi-Fi. You can also make it so anytime the screen changes, you can change the sensitivity and it should send you a push notification. So it just switched over to vacuum freezing and it sent me a notification on my phone. So I do want to mention to you, if you're looking for a crystal clear picture on your phone, then you probably want to look elsewhere. It is a little bit grainy for a couple reasons. One, because you're putting this camera so close to something that's backlit. The high definition is good if you're using it as a security camera or some other type of camera, but when you're putting something this close to a backlit screen, it's a little bit fuzzy. Just with messing with some settings and actually the lighting in the room, I've been able to make it a little bit more legible. The hardest part to see, I think, is trying to figure out these numbers right here, which is your total time, your millitors, and your temperature. For me, it's legible. But as far as I'm concerned, as long as you can see this status bar right here, and then when it gets to the final countdown, those numbers get quite a bit bigger, you shouldn't have a problem seeing them on your phone. And I mentioned earlier that my internet speed is probably a little bit lower than the average household. So if you're looking for crystal clear vision of the screen, you might want to go up into that next price point. I'm not sure how that will change with a backlit screen. They might all be that way. For me, this does the trick. It does the job. It's under 50 bucks. And as always, I'll put a direct link to purchase this camera down in the description. Also, before I go today, I just want to say my setup right here is kind of crude. It does work, however. If anyone has any better ideas, I'd love to hear about it in the comments section. I've seen a couple people with camera setups. I'm not sure how they did it, but I was also thinking you could make a stand from the bottom. You can also get soap dishes and things that have suction cups that could go onto there. In the meantime, I can check my freeze dryer from just about anywhere. This is Retired at 40. Remember to live life simple. We'll catch you next week.